So, did you hear about the Melee community cease and desist that happened recently, or shall I have to inform you?
Inform me. Never heard.
All right. So basically, what happened was, Super Smash Brothers Melee, like the popular and super famous game, Super Smash Brothers Melee. There was a tournament called the Big House 9 where Nintendo. I don't know if you heard of the situation of MLG 2008 where they took away the streaming rights and things of that nature. But all right, I'm back. What was I talking about?
You were talking about cease and desist, something, a company.
Yeah. All right. So Nintendo sent the Big House 9 cease and desist after they were about to film and stream a tournament of Super Smash Brothers Melee, but they were doing it using what is it called? A mod, basically a mod of Dolphin called Project Slippy that allows you to play online with rollback netcode, and basically it's way better than Ultimate, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, because I don't understand how one guy working on online for a game can make better online than Nintendo, a multi-million, probably billion-dollar company that can hire the best of the best programmers and pay whatever price they inquire and get them to make good online, versus one guy in a basement doing it for free. So basically, they were going to use that service to make the tournament happen since in 2020, because because of the I think they flagged the R word, the CR word on YouTube, so now people are saying vid. So like, instead of getting the going out to these local tournaments, risking getting the vid, what people have been doing is they'll host the tournaments and use stuff like Project Slippy or play the meme that is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate online lobbies, and they'll do that instead of having people gather in public and do what they need to do and risk catching whatever they could catch. And I mostly wanted to mention this because I feel like a lot of people don't realize that Nintendo's a company, and me, controversially so, I more so support Nintendo's decision than go against it, in terms of like they're staying consistent. Like, they had a goal in mind and they're doing everything they can to achieve it, which is kill Melee, kill Brawl, kill Smash 4. They want to make sure that every game they released, that every prior game that they released for dead consoles, they do their best to make sure that that game dies so that people want to buy the newest version. Because if you think about it, like, they can't really make money off of Melee like they can Ultimate. That's why I feel like they made Bayonetta overpowered on purpose. I feel like they realized what happened with Meta Knight, and then they released Bayonetta and said, yeah, we want this game to die as soon as it's finished, so that people will be like, man, I hate this game. Let me buy the next game because it's better and it doesn't have so-and-so being super broken. I feel
so
like...
So basically, they just want the minute, like the moment they release the game, they made it popular, and they want to make it. They made another game, and they want that game they previously made to die out, like die.
Yeah, basically. That's what I feel like, and I feel like for people who are spamming hashtag Freemelee and hashtag like whatever, I want to really ask those people to consider, like, look, the past 3 times Nintendo did online, it was trash, but that's something completely different. How many times, like, there was a document and a statement released where somebody was detailing about how, like, Nintendo was doing a lot of stuff to behind the scenes to kill the competitive scene, which would make them more money. Because, like, one thing I always go into and break down is that Nintendo versus the competitive community is going to be an infinite stalemate, because, and Smash is a fighting game. I don't care what the fighting game is about. If it's a fighting game, there is a competitive scene for it. There's a competitive scene for Kirby Fighters. There's a competitive scene for the Super Turbo Hyper Street Fighter. Basically the one that they like purposely made everybody broken in. There's a scene for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure anime fighting games. There's a scene for fucking Dive Kick. There's a scene for Footsies. There is a competitive Smash. Not Smash. There's a competitive fighting game scene for every game that there is out there. Nothing is going to make them is going to stop the people who are part of the competitive community from being competitive. But at the same time, like from Nintendo's end, they've already expressed that they don't like the idea of the competitive community growing, because most of anybody's given community is a casual community. For example, Caesar, you play games, right?
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's a bad example because Caesar, you're a developer. Well, Caesar, you listen to a lot of music, right?
I think so. Yeah. What?
So, like, you listen to like music albums and stuff like that. I mean,
I just listen to music if it's good. You know, I don't know.
Yeah. So, Caesar, tell me what's the difference between a minor ninth and a minor seventh?
Oh, no, I don't know.
That proves my point exactly. So, as you just mentioned, you listen to a lot of music, but you don't know how that music is made. Same thing with Smash in the competitive community, if that makes sense. A lot of people like who play Smash don't really like think of it in a competitive aspect. They think of, yeah, I just want to go in, turn the items on, and play as Mario because I've played a Mario game before and it was pretty cool and fun. So I want to play as Mario and punch Donkey Kong in the face. That's how most of the people who buy Smash view Smash. And I heard a lot of people saying, like, what if Nintendo came through and they provided setups and they provided money? It's like, but then how does Nintendo profit from that? Because they're charging people to get into the event. Like, casual players are basically most of the people who buy the game. Most people who play Smash don't know what a dashback of Smash is. They don't know what a Dacus is. They don't know why shield stopping is a dummy good mechanic. They don't know why shields are terrible in Ultimate versus why they were good in Smash 4. They don't understand ledge trumping. They don't understand pivot grabs. They don't understand the difference between a standing grab and a dash grab. They don't know the difference between a hitbox and a hurt. There's competitive people who don't know the difference between a hitbox and a hurtbox. Most of the people in the community do not fall under the competitive category. Therefore, appealing to the competitive category doesn't make sense because that's not who they make money off of. Versus, let's say, Street Fighter, for example. Street Fighter is designed to be a competitive game. Therefore, that's why they market to competitive people, because that's who's buying and playing the game. So it's one of those things where it's like a lot of people like aren't looking outside themselves and looking at it from Nintendo's perspective, which is a business perspective, and looking at which one would make Nintendo prosper more. Because like, besides Brawl, Ultimate is very, very, very casually focused and oriented, even with the little bits and pieces of competitive stuff that's in there. Like, if you play Ultimate and then you play all the other Smash games, like, Ultimate is like a baby game in terms of doing technical stuff. Like, doing a lot of the technical moves and different things like that in Ultimate really aren't that difficult compared to, let's say, Smash 4 or 64, God forbid Melee, even Brawl. So it's like very, very, very like casual. Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, why push a whole bunch of money and manpower into supporting the competitive community? Why? So the competitive community can grow and everybody looks at this game as more of a sweaty game than they already look at it as? Nah. That's like hustling backwards, basically. So yeah. Caesar, any closing thoughts before I start talking about music and things like that?